to Dungeon Mastiff, a channel about creating original D&D content right here for you. Please consider supporting us on Patreon at Dungeon Mastiff or subscribing to let us know you've liked this channel. Alright, today we'll be making a simple church map in Dungeondraft, a great piece of software for map creation. Let's dive right in. Alright, here we are once again on the main screen, and let's go ahead and I've created a preset, or a template as they call it in Dungeondraft, for this called Portrait A3. It just switches the dimensions of a normal A3 map around so we can build this map that we're going to do, this simple church, in the dimensions that we want it to. So let's just go into our terrain brush and change the dirt to grass like normal. Alright. And now let's go to the design tool and select the wall tool. And I like, when I'm doing buildings, I like to use the wall tool and the pattern shape tool, as opposed to using the building tool, because I find that it gives me greater control over how the walls and the floor turn out, and I really think that's a key part of what we're doing here. So yeah, I use the wall tool and then the pattern shape tool, which is what we're using in this video. Alright, I make a little mistake here, so let's go ahead and use the edit points feature, which allows you to create points behind and in front of where you're placing your material, so you can shape walls and so forth even after they're placed. So let's just run that all the way to the end and we create a nice symmetrical shape like that. Alright. Now let's go ahead and grab the pattern shape tool, like I said before, and let's try out some different stone textures for the stone floor. That one doesn't really work, so let's grab this texture. It's a bit too much, but maybe on the sides it'll work as like a kind of balcony, maybe separating this map into two layers. And let's see if we can repurpose this again. Alright, just lining the bottom floor as well with a balcony type thing, and maybe in front of the door. Let's just connect those up so it creates a balcony all the way around and gives our map a nice layered effect. Alright, let's try and find a stone pattern for the floor. That one's too much. Maybe these tiles. Let's go back to this just simple stone. Or how about the one we had originally? Okay, and just fill the rest of these areas in, and now we have a two-layered effect going on here. Alright. Now let's grab some doors, and let's select the open door style, and just lay them in the bottom area of the wall. Alright. Now let's grab some objects, like an altar. Every church needs an altar, so let's resize this to be a bit bigger than normal, 1.5, turn snap off, and let's take this altar 04, I think, and just place it right down in the center here. Yeah, just resizing it a bit, get the feel for how big this altar will be in comparison to the rest of our church. That's great. Now how about we line the center of this church with carpets, but first we want to have this kind of color scheme running throughout, not the default red that Dungeondraft gives you. So let's use this light pink that we find on the tiles, and let's just make like a row of carpets throughout the middle. Alright, that's good, and select under, so it goes under the altar instead of over. That's great. Just center the altar on that. But let's zoom out. I'm not too happy with this, so how about we'll get rid of that and try another approach. Alright. How about selecting the pattern shape tool? There's actually an inbuilt carpet style in here. Let's use the color picker again and select that light pink color and drag it all the way up. But again, this doesn't look too good, and let's try tweaking with it a bit. But it still doesn't quite work. So yeah, I think we're gonna have to go with another area of this. Just fence off physically, or create benches on either side of this path, which help create this feel of a centered altar, which I think is what we want. Let's get rid of that shape underneath by positioning that carpet over the top of it, and so it looks like the altar has a clean set of steps up to it. Alright, let's go to the object tool and try that. Grab some benches in this style, and maybe this one will do. Turn it 180 degrees around, and just place them on the top of every tile, just like that. And then maybe for the second row in the middle, and for the third row, and so on. And let's just keep laying these in. Four deep for the two across section, and again on the other side, just like so. and just keep laying that in. Alright, that's great. Now, how about we keep these benches going, move them a bit further down, but maybe change the style a bit. Or maybe we should just keep them the same. Ooh, maybe these fancier ones further back. Alright, let's go with that. And just lay them in just like so. Maybe 3 deep. Can we go another one? Alright, let's go another one. Alright. 4 deep from behind the other section. And that's great. Now we've got a cohesive area. Alright. Let's see if we can find a barrier that we can put on the to separate the top row from the bottom row. There's nothing really too good here unless we can just fashion something out of this wood, or maybe we can use that for the balcony or for the aisle. Let's see. Yeah, I can't really see this going anywhere, but let's just keep trying, laying it on the top of the balcony, just like a railing. Just drop it in. Alright, just like that. But when we zoom out, it doesn't look too good. So just like the carpets, I don't think this is gonna work too well. So let's just get rid of all that and go into the path tool instead. Let's see if we can find something in here. Alright. This thin rope might do, if we can get it to work how we want. Maybe that thicker rope doesn't really work too well. But this is what we're really looking for here, this fence. It doesn't really go too well around corners, so we'll have to double click to end it every time it reaches a right angle turn. Maybe let's end the balcony there so it can go down to the altar. Alright, and just around like that. And keep ending it and starting it for every straight line you go across. And maybe we'll end it here as well so people can get up to the balcony from somewhere. And just like that, we've separated our map into 2 levels, which immediately makes it look more realistic and better looking. Alright, let's try and drop these stone stairwells in somewhere. Again, Dungeondraft is somewhat limited in its ability to twist these objects it puts down, because the light, as you see, the light at the top doesn't really match the stairwell configuration, because if we get the light at the top, the stairs are just facing the wrong way. So let's put it in, see what we can do. I think it'll work if we drop it in like that. Excellent. And I think Dungeondraft actually does have a feature to flip objects around. Maybe try the hotkey for this. I think that'll work, and I think, yeah, it's pressing A that transforms an object around, flips it around just like that. And let's change it to 90 degrees, flip it around, and great, we've got stairwells at all 4 corners leading up to the balcony. Oh, we don't have an extra bench there, so we're going to need to drop that in later. But let's just center these benches for now. And just like that, put them in the center of the thing so they're not overlapping too much with the fence that separates the balcony, just like that. Alright, we need to return to the object tool to find that extra bench and drop it in there. Great. Alright, now we've got a reasonable looking church, but we just need to add some finishing touches, like some tables maybe. The color scheme is getting quite a lot, and we just need to put these tables at odd angles, so maybe we'll change the color to red just to spice it up a bit, you know? And place tables every 2 tiles. I think we did this. Alright, 2 tiles. And just keep rotating them at odd angles to make sure they look natural, not just straight, which rarely happens. Straight tables all in a row, they usually twist it around in some fashion. Alright, let's find some chairs that we can put under these tables. Maybe these standard kind of bar chairs, but we'll repurpose them for this. Alright, just drop them in all around the table. Actually, they don't look too good, so let's just take them out. It'd be too much of a hassle to put this all in. But there's just a couple of things this is missing, and one of them is trees. Trees all around. And, I make this a mistake every time, going to the object tool instead of the scatter tool. Alright, we just need to click. For some reason it's not working, but let's try and fix this using the trees. It's not working yet. Let's skip back and now it is. That's interesting. Alright, let's drop these trees in all around. Maybe these grand big ones to match our theme of this holy church. Alright, that's doing good. Just drop the trees in all around. And yeah, this foliage is looking pretty good. And just grab the terrain brush for a path. Just drop that in there. Looking nice. Alright, and I think we're almost done with this simple church. Nothing too fancy about it. Just an easy, quick church to make in 10 minutes. Alright, just name it Simple Church, and I think we're done.